Hey, welcome. Domain Dave again, cheapwinefinder.com, like we always do. And now that it's November, for 10 months out of the year, we kind of keep it value priced. And then the last 2 months of the year, well, there's a lot of get-togethers and what have you. And we try to go upscale. And this one isn't too upscale because it's a Trader Joe's wine. They'd only go so high. But it's the Trader Joe's Platinum Reserve Napa Valley Brut Rosé, which is a sparkling wine, which is 100% Pinot Noir. And it's pink. It's got salmon pink. It's a nice, pretty color. There is also a Trader Joe's Platinum Reserve Napa Valley Brut, and that one's a Chardonnay with, I think, some roses. What else is in there? Is that 100% Chardonnay? I forget. But that's mostly Chardonnay. This one's 100% Pinot Noir. And if you're getting Pinot Noir from Napa Valley, it's most likely, I've heard that there are other areas up the valley that can grow Pinot Noir, but most of it is in Carneros, and Carneros is just a couple of miles north of the San Pablo Bay. Now, the fog off the bay goes pretty far up the valley, and that's really conducive to Napa being able to grow grapes because the morning fog blocks the sun. So when the heat of the day comes in, it doesn't start, at the sunrise. It starts at noon. So the sun never gets a full shot at it, and then it gets cold at night, and the grapes cool down, and the whole cycle starts again. But Carneros is just the right temperature for both Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and in this case, the Pinot Noir. One of the things, this is made by Rack and Riddle. Rack and Riddle is a contract bubbly sparkling wine maker. And if you had sparkling wine from a brand that doesn't normally make sparkling wine, it's likely Rack and Riddle made it. And they have to, because since traditional champagne-style sparkling wine is fermented twice, you have to kind of control the grapes all the way through both fermentations. So, yeah, with still wines, you never know where the grapes came from, where the juice came from. But with bubbly, you got to kind of follow it through. So what we don't know is where the vineyard was, or whose vineyard it was, or that type of thing. Another thing is for sparkling wine grapes, you have to pick them early before they ripen. Because since you're fermenting it 2 times at the very end, they take a measured amount of sweet wine and add it to there just to get, this is a Brut, but you have to go through this whole process to get it from being way tart to Brut or whatever the level you want. So the grapes have to be picked at a certain time, so it probably came from a sparkling wine grape vineyard. I mean, it's just not going to be anything because you have to do it at a certain time in a certain way. And it might even have certain grapes. I'm going to take another sip here. My favorite champagne is Pinot Noir. There's a roundness to it. I like Chardonnay Pinot Noir too, and I like it when it's a blend of that, and Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and all the other grapes. I like all that, but Pinot Noir is my favorite. And this is a nice one. It's got tiny bubbles. They're energetic. The flavor it's a nice flavor. There's that brioche in there, and there's a little bit of tart cherry. Spice, some kind of like candy, but not sweet in there. This is Brut. This isn't sweet, but it has really, really nice flavors, and they don't stick around. They hit your mouth, and they're gone, which is what they're supposed to do. Sparkling wine's a little bit different because of the bubbles. You don't really supposed to have a long finish. It's a hit and run wine, and this one does that. So we don't know. There are some really nice, really upscale, really excellent Sonoma and Napa Valley sparkling wine producers who make champagne-style wines, and they do well. There's Schramsberg, there's Gloria Ferrar, there's Domaine Carneros. There's a bunch, and even some of the better ones are ones you don't know. That's one thing about Napa Valley. The wines you know, the names you heard of are good, but it's the names you never heard of who are making the really fancy wines. So we don't know where the grapes came from, but there are grapes available. Here's a story. I was just in Napa Valley a couple months ago, and there is a vineyard from one of the original people, and it's known as maybe the best vineyard in Napa, or it's elite. And to get grapes from there was impossible. They had a couple of people they contracted grapes to, and that was it. And when I was in Napa talking to people, being in a bar, talking to maybe a winemaker, because that's what winemakers do, they were saying that vineyard has people calling around, hey, need grapes? So even the most elite grapes and the producers are not doing well right now. The California wine was down 17%. They pulled up 40,000 acres of grapes because they didn't need them, because they weren't selling. And farmers could always plant something else there that makes money. So this might be an elevated wine. We just don't know it, but it sure tastes good, and I don't care, because if it's good, anything. I mean, one thing you learn with cheap wine, if it's good, don't worry about what the details are. Just drink it because it's good. And this is a really good wine. So this is Trader Joe's Platinum Reserve Napa Valley Brut Rosé. It's excellent. It tastes great. And it's $14.99, which for a bubbly, this can compete with like the entry-level French champagnes. And they're pretty good. So adios, keep it cheap. I'll be talking to you in a couple days. Bye-bye.